Plaintiff Tanya Word started dating the defendant after they met online, and soon after he moved in with her. However, Tanya claims a few months later, the defendant moved out for no reason. But while they were together, she gave him several loans, which he refuses to pay back. Defendant Doyle Hastings says when he moved in with Tanya, his daughter also moved in with him, and she and Tanya didn't get along at all. Doyle says that's the reason he moved out of Tanya's home, and he claims Tanya forced him to sign a promissory note because she was holding his property hostage. Tell me what happened.
First, I want to tell you, I always watch your show.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan,
okay.
And want you to know that this Doyle is nothing like that Doyle. I met Doyle online in January of 2009.
We're a lot alike so far.
We met person to person on Valentine's Day 2009. Got along pretty well, so we started dating, started a relationship. Soon after that, about a month later, his brother passed away. So it was getting a little uncomfortable for him where he was living. He was living with his brother. So I asked my landlord if he could move in with me.
Did he move in?
Yes.
What month?
March.
Did you charge him any rent? Did you all agree?
My landlord did. Yes.
Okay. So that was March of 2009. He was paying the landlord.
Yes.
All right. What caused a problem in the relationship?
I'm not sure. He moved out in July.
He didn't give you a reason?
No.
Sir, is that true? The woman moved you into a house and then you just run off without a reason?
I didn't.
You don't tell her?
My daughter also moved in. She didn't enter anything.
All right, fine. Did your daughter tell her?
No, my daughter moved in with us.
We're going to get to that. I just want to know very quickly. Did you tell the woman why you were moving out? Was
No, I
she
did not.
still your woman?
No, I did not.
Why?
Well, I didn't, because her and my daughter didn't get along, and it was really making things
Why
awkward.
didn't you tell her that?
Well, I told her when I was moving out that, we couldn't get along and things weren't
I
working
just
out.
asked you that. I said, did you tell her why you were moving out? And you said no. Now you changed your story. Go ahead, ma'am.
He just found a different place to live, he said. When he moved.
All right, and this is the first time you've heard this reason?
Yeah.
Did you and his daughter get along?
No, we didn't.
Why not?
Well,
How old was she?
She was about 19. When she moved in, she was still in high school, and she didn't drive. So I drove her to school about 3 days a week. And then when she graduated, she would just sit around the house. She never talked about going to college. She never talked about finding a job. She was, I thought, very ungrateful. So that's why we didn't get along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, your turn.
Well, like the background is, she said, when we moved in together, I moved in with her. We got along fine. My daughter moved in with us because my sister-in-law put her out. Them two didn't get along. They started, Tanya wanted her to get a job, go out. My daughter just graduated from high school. My daughter's got a 4.0 grade average.
What year of college is she in?
She's in her first year of college now.
Oh, okay.
She's going to DeVry University.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wanted to give her a break.
Did she explain, or you or she explain it?
No, we didn't explain it to her.
Don't you think she was due an explanation? Didn't you think that you all should discuss, well, my daughter wants to take a year off and do absolutely nothing. And then she's going to start college. Because that's not unreasonable. A lot of young people do that. Why didn't you just have that discussion so you could have ended the arguing?
Well, it's up to my daughter's decision if she wants to take a break. It's not something I think my
Go
daughter
ahead,
would
sir.
have to
It's up to your daughter to let her know she was living in her house. Go ahead, sir. One of the things I'm seeing is you aren't communicating.
Right. Well, my daughter should have communicated. She told me she just liked
Your
my
daughter was living there because of you.
Right.
So you should have done the communicating.
She told me many times that she didn't like my daughter sitting around all day. She needed to go get a job.
So it should have been easy for you to say, look, honey, the reason my daughter is sitting around because she wants to take a year off and do nothing. She has a 4.0 and she's going to go to college the next year. I want to give her a break. Is that all right? See, when you explained it to me, it was fine. What other background you want to give me?
So, basically, the two didn't get along. So I found another place to move to. And I went back and started to move my stuff. And I told her right then that I was leaving, I was moving. And that was the end.
All right, let's get to the loan you're suing about.
Well, while we were living together, he would borrow money from me once in a while, like $20 here, $20 there. There was a couple big loans, 1 month of rent he asked me for that he needed.
Excuse me. I didn't ask her for the rent. She went ahead and paid the landlord for me.
Good enough. Go ahead.
He doesn't talk much, so.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't talk much, so you wouldn't know. Right. Go ahead.
So I kept log of everything, and I told him that I was doing that, keeping log. And then
go ahead.
4th of July, like I said, we were going to go watch fireworks. And I went downstairs to go put my shoes on, came back up, and Stephanie, his daughter, decided she didn't want to go. So I went by myself, and then the next morning they moved out. And so then about 2 days later, I think it was the 7th, Doyle came back to the house to get a few more things that he left there, and I made him sign a promissory note.
What do you mean you made him?
Well, I asked him to, and he did.
Okay, without any resistance?
No resistance.
Sir?
It was either sign it or not get the rest of my stuff.
Tell me about this discussion. Let me have the note. Tell me about this discussion regarding you not getting your things.
The first day when I started to move out, and I told her we were moving out, she kept an item of my daughter's, which is a Nintendo Game Boy. She held that in her games, and she wouldn't give them back. Said she didn't know where they were at.
She said
and
she
the
didn't
next
know
time I
where
went there, she gave them to me. Now,
Okay.
she's been holding
Is this
mail.
true?
I took it downstairs to see if I could try it, to play it, to see what it was like.
And you, so
then-
you definitely knew where it was if you were
well,
playing it.
I forgot. I forgot it
You
was
forgot?
there. Yeah.
You forgot that you were playing it.
I forgot
You
where
forgot that you were playing it days earlier.
I forgot where I put it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
A couple days later, I come over to get some more stuff. She gave me the game. She called me and told me she found it, so I went back over to pick up the
Gotcha.
game.
That's not true.
Since
Ma'am, I don't
then,
believe your response regarding the game.
Okay.
You're seeing it and playing with it and then
It was
forgetting
all-
it
it was all on
altogether.
the same day,
There's
though.
All on the same day. That's even worse.
know.
You're playing it. You're playing it. You put it away. He
No.
calls. I can't find it. Good enough.
so
Go
then,
ahead.
after that, she would call me from payphones in Puerto Rico from her computer and harass me at work on my work cell phone. Always asked me when I had money for her. She told me, you got mail that came in the thing.
This before or after you signed the note?
This is after I signed the note.
Okay, but you said you signed it under duress.
Well, I signed it because if I didn't sign it for her then, she probably wasn't going to let me back in a couple days later to get my stuff.
How do you know?
I didn't know.
Okay, well then you didn't sign it under duress. You had a responsibility of saying, I'm coming to get my things. And then she said, nope, you're not getting them unless you sign this note. You said that didn't happen.
Okay.
You just assumed it.
Right.
Were you scared of her?
A little bit.
What were you scared she'd do to you?
I was scared she wouldn't let me get the rest of my belongings out of the house.
Judgment for the plaintiff, $678. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.